Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Gasti, hello, welcome. Is the sound okay? Let me check. Let me confirm really quick. I think it's fine. Okay. I put some stuff. I'm still preparing the last moment. This thing's fine. Okay. I'm literally shaking right now. Like, holy shit. I just finished Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and oh my, what a ride. I don't have words right now. I just finished like 30 minutes ago, the last chapter, the last episode. Holy shit. Sounds clear enough, other than your usual rock stuck on your throat voice. What do you mean? Probably because I'm a little bit calm right now. But I'm gonna start drinking. Actually, I made a michelada. I improvised one because I don't know how to. I actually don't know how to make one. It was my first time doing it. I had like a bottle of tajin that is like well, I don't know if people know tajin. It has like it's spicy. It's like, wait a moment, how can I describe this? Well, you know, I bought a mix, michelada mix or something like that, and also some indio here. The brand is indio. I'm not doing an ad here, but that's what I'm gonna drink right now. So let me prepare this real quick. Yikes, tajin. Welcome to the stream, Weber. Welcome. We're just starting. Let me do my shit. Let me put my okay. I think it's fine. Let me prepare this thingy. I'm doing a michelada right now. There you go. Okay, I think it's fine. Well. I just finished Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I was like speed running the series actually because I wanted to talk about it, and I just started it yesterday, but with my job schedule and with some other appointment it was a little hard. I was a little bit tight on time, but I finished it in time. That's why I moved the stream like 2 hours. And oh my, I don't have words right now. I'm literally shaking. Like, I never expected that series to be that good. Like, it's probably right now one of my favorite series. That's how much I loved it. Probably, well, obviously not everyone will still have watched the series, so I won't spoil it. But I will try to, like, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. I think it's a pretty good series. But I can kind of talk about it in general, and also I play Cyberpunk 2077 a little bit, so I got some reference, so I can talk a little bit about how they relate to each other. We can try to also look on the internet, because what I'm looking right now is that the anime is like 1 year before the game, so that's interesting. I also finished it, and man, yeah, it's so good. I haven't watched that many about the studio, about Trigger Studio. I know they have really good anime. It's just that I haven't had the time to watch Kill la Kill Gurren Lagann. But holy shit. And there's also a big surprise for me, because Akira Yamaoka is one of my favorite composers in general, like music stuff. He made a lot of the soundtrack of the first Silent Hills, and I saw him in the credits. He participated in Cyberpunk. That's so cool. I really love Akira Yamaoka. I really love his music. But holy shit. Okay, let me start drinking right now. Let me start drinking. But this is my first time doing this shit. I'm michelada, but it tastes good. I think it's not that bad. Be a little bit better, but it's okay. Okay. I'm sorry. What, you read the credits? Whoa, yeah. I mean, in the opening, they show Akira Yamaoka like in big. Akira Yamaoka. He made the soundtrack, the main themes. Well, technically, most of the music of the first Silent Hills. His music is so recognizable for me. But yeah, that was pretty good. Okay. I'm actually gonna start putting something in the screen, like in my left side. It's in your right side, but it's in my left side technically. I'm gonna put an image just to represent what we're gonna talk about. Today we're gonna talk about anime in general. I'm gonna start with the ones that I recently watched, that they aren't too many because I haven't had time to watch anime in general, but there is also upcoming anime. So after that we're gonna pass to the anime that is coming, that is technically starting the next week. So yeah, hello, welcome to the stream, Rodrigo. Welcome. We're just starting, don't worry. Let me put an image here just to start with Cyberpunk, because if not, people will know what we're talking about. Okay, let me check. Okay. Shit, it's too big. If anyone wanna drink with me, cheers. Wait, let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna start talking again about Cyberpunk Edgerunners that I just finished in like 40 minutes ago. Did you watch Edgerunners? Yeah, I just finished it. And oh my, I literally like finished it. Finished the last episode, and I was like in my bed, like not moving around. I didn't have words. Like I was shaking, like holy shit. I didn't expect this series to be like, to really hit me that well. Like it was so good. I could totally put it in one of my favorite series right now. Okay, let me drink a little. I'm not putting the chat right now because I don't know. I don't trust anyone coming around and putting some kind of spoiler, and I don't want to spoil someone. So for now, I'm gonna hide the chat. But yes, but I have breakfast instead of beer. That's okay. I love it. Trigger Studio just awesome, and the story and characters also dope. Yeah, it was so good. Like I said before, I haven't watched that much about Trigger Studio, but oh my, they really surprised me a lot. They also added Akira Yamaoka, and that's pretty good. And yeah, the story, the characters was amazing. There were several moments actually in which I was like, they really hit me, like holy shit. I moderate the shits, the shit of chat. Okay, thank you. The shish. Okay. Let's talk about Cyberpunk in general. I remember the Cyberpunk. Okay, let me search this in the internet. Cyberpunk 2077 announced. When it was announced, I remember that it was like way before like, I don't know, like there were so many years before the game actually released, like many years, like holy shit. But I cannot see in which year it was announced. Oh, there's a trailer here, 2013. Imagine that. How many years it took to develop Cyberpunk 2077. And I remember I was excited for that game because, well, I haven't played that much about the games from CD Projekt, but the, let's say, the context in this one, like all the cybernetic stuff, was actually something that really hooked me. And I knew this company was doing pretty good games like The Witcher 3. So I waited and I bought the game on release, and I actually bought it on the GOG platform because it was actually cheaper there than in the Steam. I bought it and I just waited a little bit to see the reviews. I need some snack actually, but and yeah, all the cyberpunk thingy happened. A lot of bugs and glitches. Yeah, there was a lot of drama at that moment, at that time. Sorry. So I decided not to play it until the game is finally stable. It seems like the console versions were actually working worse than the PC. They say the PC wasn't that bad, but console versions were getting the worst part. Because console, you know, it's like it's not the same specs, and there's too much. Like Cyberpunk is really focused on the visual part, because that's why they did it. Like they made a first-person game. Like an RPG first-person is weird, and they made it so they focus on the visual part, you know, and they added things like ray tracing and stuff like that. So it was really expensive in requirements, you know. Not like, for example, Fallout. Fallout is an open world RPG, but it's not that focused on visuals. This one was just destroying consoles. So I decided to not play it at that moment because I want to play something stable and something working. It seems like it happened like how many years? 2 years after Cyberpunk releases, and for some reason I heard about Cyberpunk Edgerunners at some point, but I wasn't sure about what it was. Actually, when I heard about it, I thought it wasn't even related to Cyberpunk. Like probably Cyberpunk is like kind of a famous word, you know. I wasn't sure if it was like the same thing, so I was ignoring it. But I started knowing about this on Twitter. People were actually sharing like clips and tweets and their favorite characters, and I was like, holy shit, too many people is mentioning this. Yeah, the game needed much more development time. CD release too soon. Ooh, okay. Yeah, the game took so many years, and even with that, it needed more polish. So you just imagine that. Just imagine how expensive it is to make a game. It's actually really scary. So I was knowing about this anime on Twitter. Yo, welcome to the stream, Lobo. Welcome. I don't remember if I welcome Rodrigo too. Welcome everyone. Everyone was sharing like clips, and I even remember the tweet of one of the animators. Actually, that animator posted one clip from the first episode, and he mentioned that he or she mentioned that they based that part from some scene from JoJo's, I think, and that's the first time the series caught my attention. So I watched the clip and I was like, holy shit, this series looks dope. It looks interesting, you know. And it's called Cyberpunk. Probably it's related to the game. And in fact, it was. So, yeah, Twitter went crazy with this, and they started sharing things about, some scenes. Good thing is that I didn't spoil myself that much. I think I don't remember spoiling about something like hard. But yeah, I think a lot of people has like Rebecca as as their waifu. So yeah, the fan art and everything going crazy. So I was like, the animation looks cool. People are talking really good about this. And I remember that I had like Cyberpunk in my library for like 2 years. So I thought about streaming it, but also I wanted to do the podcast about anime in general. So I was like, what if I see Cyberpunk Edgerunners before playing the game? Probably because Cyberpunk the game is actually long, and Edgerunners, well, it has only 10 episodes. So I decided to watch it first. Actually, yeah, I watched it. I started watching it yesterday. And oh man, amazing. So many stuff to say about the anime in general. Like my mind is fresh right now. I just finished the series. My mind is so fresh. I want to mention some stuff. Little Rebecca was just fun to watch. Yeah, Rebecca is such a fun character. I totally agree. But actually, what I like about the series is that so many good characters. But let's try to talk about the series in general. Like, if you haven't watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners, what can you expect from this anime? Do you recommend the anime? Of course, I recommend it, like 100%. First of all, I love it. I love the series. I love it so much. Totally recommend it. Okay, what can you expect from this? So the game is based on the series is based on the game, and the game is based on I'm not sure if based on a board game or on a role TTRPG thingy, the role thingy RPG. But yeah, Cyberpunk was a thing before the game. It seems like they picked really well. Like they really pick well. Talking about the studios when deciding to do an anime, because Trigger has such a big insane portfolio. They made Gurren Lagann, they made Kill la Kill, and I want to watch them too, and they are pretty famous. So I think CD Projekt made a stupidly good decision about the animators, because this series raised the game a lot. Like I remember reading something about a lot of people playing again Cyberpunk 2077 because of the series, and it's cool. Like there are it happened like 1 year before, so there are so many things that you can catch on the game like really early on. And now that I finish it and that I play the game on when did I play the game? Wednesday? Now I was like, oh yeah, that thing from the game, or that person, yeah, that's actually good. But yeah, what can you expect from the anime? Well, technically, okay, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's say that this all happened in Night City. In the game, for example, I play with a I'm not sure if it's like a class or something you pick, but like I started being a nomad. You don't start in Night City. You're like a person who wants to be a Night City in the game, and with my character. So you just reach the city and you start doing things, and there are a lot of slangs and things that that I wasn't understanding from the series, and then I watch him in the game, and it was like, oh wait, they are using the same slangs. So yeah, there are so many stuff. Like, probably you will get lost at some point, because in both the games and the series, I was a little bit lost. There are so many things happening, and like they throw you into a world in which there are so many things that they assume you know, like in the real world. Like normally in anime, they tend to give you everything from step to step. They won't throw you so many stuff that you won't understand, and they actually explain you a lot of that. But here it has more like a Western approach, I think, because they throw you into a world, and they start using names like people and corporations and stuff, and they keep talking like that, like you know about it. And I was really like lost, like what the hell. So I think now that I kind of play the game and also watch the series, I more or less understand what's going on in the city, like the corporations, like the rivalries, like some of the big names. Like it's interesting. Like I think the series is a good complement to the game. Like I said, it happened before, so if you wanna play the game, I think it's actually fair enough to watch the series first, because it's only 10 episodes. So unless you wanna do it another way, but you will take so much time to finish the game. So I would recommend watching the anime the first. Of course, the anime is so much action-like because it's Trigger, like really exaggerated action. But that's actually pretty cool. See, if you like that kind of stuff, you will enjoy it a lot. But there is also a lot of story. It's gory. It's really gory. It has a little bit of nudity. They aren't discreet with that kind of stuff, so it's just the warning. If you want to watch it, that's what you can expect. The pacing is pretty good. I must say the pacing is pretty good in the series. Like, so many stuff happens. Like, it's not slow. It's totally not slow anime. And I think the first episode is actually a pretty good hook. Pretty good. I really got hooked since the first episode. The game is not bad, but the rush depth of said game was what gave it the bad fame it has now. Yeah, it has a bad fame, but now, like, you know, modern games tend to get better with the time, you know, with the patches and stuff. Like, for example, one, like, what was it, the name of this game that was really famous? One Man. I don't remember the name, but it was like a really famous game that a lot of people was angry because they released something totally different. But it was like the most expected game, and it was a failure. But now it's a really pretty good game. I don't remember the name. But yeah, that game about space and stuff like that. I'm late. I'm a Right family. Let's watch Rechi. Hello, welcome to the stream, Samuel. Welcome. Don't worry. We just started with the topics. We actually started with Cyberpunk, Edgerunners. So technically, the series complements really well the game. Actually, I would say that it's a must-have to watch the series, because I played the game and I wasn't understanding shit. Like, literally, the game will throw you so much information, and I was like, what the heck? Why do I need to do this? Who's that person? Who's that corporation? Why? Like, yeah, the game has so much stuff. I think you need to have a better context of the world before playing the game to understand it better. And now that I watch the series explain a lot of things really well. I wasn't that confused about the series. I think it complements really well. Well, Cyberpunk has a lot of books that to do explaining. Oh, really? Oh, that's actually interesting. That's pretty cool. I would search for the books to see. Let's see, the music. The music for Cyberpunk is actually pretty good too. What else? The story. It's a little bit difficult to talk about the story, but I can say the characters are awesome. The characters are pretty good. Like, I think this is considered anime. I'm not sure about that, but the characters don't have the feel of an anime character. They feel more like the Western type of characters. You know what I mean. Actually, when I started watching the series, I put it on Japanese, or maybe it was default in Japanese. And I was reading the subtitles. Oh, wait. Something that I struggled a lot with was in what language to see the show. I had no clue if it was better to see in English. Okay. I was gonna talk about it. That's actually a really good point. I started watching the first minutes in Japanese, and I was reading the subtitles, and I was like, what? What the hell is this? The subtitles in Netflix are weird. Like, weird. There are. I'm not sure if there are some typos, but there are things that I think, I don't know. The subtitles in the Netflix, it's weird. It was weird. So 5 minutes in, I started wondering, wait, this has so much Western influence. Probably it's better to watch it in English. Netflix subtitles get crunchy really hard. Yeah, I can understand. So I changed it to English. What a difference. There are so many stuff in the English version, of course. Like, this anime was meant to be in English. Like, I would just say that this cartoon, anime, whatever, it's meant to be in English. It cannot be translated to Japanese, like a lot of stuff. Because when I change it and I watched the same minutes, it gave a totally different vibe. Like, for example, this is something that happened in the first minutes. Your mom telling you mijo. Mijo is an expression, like, it's like saying mi hijo, but it's like mijo. You know, it's like a slang here that we use in the Hispanic speakers. We use mijo, and also people who live in, I suppose, in United States, there are some people who tend to say mijo, and you know, that person talks Spanish. So there are slangs like that cannot be translated in Japanese. Like, so I changed it and I compared, and I was like, no, I need to watch it in English. And oh my god, the English dub, it's pretty good. Fucking darn good. Like, claps to the English dub. I'm not sure what's the original dub supposed to be, if English or Japanese, but I would recommend it. Watch it in English, totally, 100%. Main reason to see the series was for the slangs. Yeah, those slangs cannot be converted to Japanese. They won't have the same thingy, the same vibe. I hate YouTube ruining my XDY. If I don't have these slangs, it does not feel like Cyberpunk. Yeah, because there are a lot of stuff that is based on American culture, like, that cannot be translated into Japanese. The same way happens when you try to translate jokes and stuff from Japanese, like from animes to your language, because there's so much culture in Asia that you cannot translate. But yeah, there's so much American culture here, so yeah, it must be in English. The dub also has a good cast. Oh, interesting. I use XD as more of a char grind pain smile, don't like laugh out loud, the YouTube faces. Ah, okay. Okay, don't worry. Okay, let me drink a little bit. I watch it in English. Watch it before the playing the game. It will give you a good context on how the world works, how the corporations work, about some famous names that you will hear about in the game again. Actually, okay, let me check the synopsis. Is this synopsis? How would you say it? Let me search for the word synopsis. Okay, I think that's the right word. Let's check the synopsis so I see if I'm not gonna say something spoilerini. Let me check real quick what the synopsis is. Okay, there's not too much in this. Wait, in this one. Okay, there. Okay, I can say this. Okay, David. David is the protagonist, and you can see David here in the poster. Oh, wait. Mercer, Esposito, Emilio, pretty good voice actors, and David's BA had a lot of XP voice in over. Oh, I don't know them, but they are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I haven't watched that much English dub in anime and series in general, but it's good to know. It's good to know that there are like really amazing voices. The plot. Let's talk a little bit about the main plot, but without spoiling. All of them did it, to be fair. Yeah, they went pretty good. Actually, I like the vibe they gave to Rebecca, because when I watched that everyone was simping for Rebecca, I was like expecting a different voice, like a more typical lolly voice or something like that. But I really love the voice they gave her. Like, it made her really special. Like, a really unique voice. I like the Rebecca voice, you know. I haven't heard her in Japanese though. I wanna hear it. Probably they gave her a lolly voice in Japanese. Like, you know. The dubs from the last 5-ish years have all been pretty solid. Dubs get a bad rap from history, but current dubs are almost never worse than like 7 to 10. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I think in general dubs get better because thanks to globalization, more people are more into dubs. You can now about people doing dubs in YouTube and things like that. Like, there is a big area of opportunity for the dub BAs in general. In Japan, that's a pretty good thing. In Japan, BAs are like gods, are like celebrities. Here, it took time to be something more important than just the voice actor from a cartoon, you know? In Japanese, it's totally different vibe for BAs. Japanese voices are pretty cool. Okay, did you watch it in Japanese? How are the voices in Japanese? Is Rebecca like a lolly voice? However, the quality might go down as dubbing studios refuse to work with union voice actors. Oh, okay. Let me drink a little bit. Okay. According to the synopsis, we have David. He wants to become an Edgerunner, and he doesn't say that much. You just say that. Let's say that these motherfuckers at some point technically they said we are the Cyberpunk Edgerunner. Not like that, but at some point they kinda say something like that, and I was like, oh, they dropped the title. Kinda like that. But yeah, technically, I think it's actually there are like not how can you say, like roles here, or like certain sectors like the Edgerunners, like the Cybernets. I don't remember the name. At first I wasn't grasping, but after watching the series and playing a little bit of the game, now I understand how much they differ. Like, how is like how can I say it? How are the factions split and how are the roles split? What does the Edgerunners do? And what does the hacking people do? You know? And at first I wasn't grasping it, but yeah, they have their own importance in the lore. And yeah, I suppose the game is, it should have actually more factions and stuff. But I think I saw a lot of references. I saw some names too. The corporations are really important. Like, the big corporations are both important in both in the game and the series. Well, let me read. No, actually, Rebecca voice is pretty nice. You know, a little bit noisy, but definitely not lolly. Okay, that's good. Because she's not a lolly. I mean, she's just a short android girl thingy, you know. But yeah, I really like her voice in English. You mean Netrunners? Yeah, the Netrunners. Yeah. Like, there is so much stuff. Like, I really need probably to watch a video about how the factions work and everything, because there are so many things that they will just assume that you know, and you can only grasp if you kinda try to understand the world. They won't say you, oh, we are Edgerunners and we do this, and you have this cyber words. They use the cyber words and stuff like that. They won't explain you anything like that. So don't expect an anime that like, for example, don't expect My Hero Academia. Don't expect people be like, hey, this is my quirk and I do this and that and that. No. They won't explain you shit. They are doing their own stuff. They are doing their story, and you just watching them. So you just kinda need to assume and try to understand what's happening. Usually, if the voices don't match, it's the director or casting director to blame. I've heard some terrible performances from some of my favorite voice actors. Ooh, well, that's actually interesting, and that's true. The director takes a good role in this kind of stuff. If you have watched videos about the director from Studio Ghibli, they actually put a lot of input into the BAs. So that person is actually really a strict person, but thanks to that, a lot of the voices have been like really memorable. Actually, there was a funny interview they did with Rebecca's BA where she said, "No lolly, no serious." Okay. I don't like giving numbers, like how can you say that? You know, that kind of people that will like, I'm gonna give you a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I don't like give you numbers. I think series can be enjoyed in different ways. Like, the same series can be enjoyed different ways for different people. More than qualifying with a number, I kinda wanna let people know what can I expect, and if it's something that they will enjoy. But yeah, don't expect an anime. Like, don't expect an anime. Expect something more like Western wise, but weird, with dope animation from Trigger. Rebecca was well liked, and she adds a lot of funny moments to her series. I agree. And Miss Cass Lloyd is actually one of my biggest examples of good voice actor. Bad casting. The familiar of Zero dub casted Christina. I don't know that, but I don't know about that. But okay, sorry. I'm really bad with BA's story in general. I don't know that much about BA's. he said the Lobo knows. For example, I remember at some point, I remember in one stream, I don't show it. I didn't show it, but I remember that we hear the dub from Ghost Stories, I think it was. The dub from Ghost Stories is just so fucking awesome. It's just so bad that it's good. You have time to search it on YouTube. Like it's really funny. I think it's considered one of the worst dubs in general in anime. Yeah, this history and how it flowed definitely doesn't feel like an anime. Definitely doesn't feel. Definitely. Actually, a lot of people, I wasn't even interested about Cyberpunk. And after watching the series, they were like, oh, probably I should play the game because the lore from the anime is actually interesting and I wanna know more. The lore is the same, yeah, technically, but I would say it's kinda different. Like, I don't know, I went so lost in the game with all what they were trying to say at me, but the anime has a really good pacing, so probably one can get even more lost in the game. It's like, it depends on the studio you're like hiring. Each studio will give a totally different vibe to your anime. The game and the anime are both different things. They are different. Like, the anime is a lot of action, a lot of exaggeration, a lot of things. I don't know how they actually would work in the game. I'm actually kind of curious. I want to play the game just to watch how the same things work in the game. But it's like, imagine doing like imagine a Halo anime. Imagine if Trigger make a Halo anime. That's a good example. If you have played Halo, and then imagine like Trigger doing like a fight between Master Chief versus, I don't know, versus the Arbiter, with like exaggeration and a lot of psychedelics and stuff like that. I would say that's kind of the difference. Like, yeah, actually Cyberpunk feels more like a GTA, like Grand Theft Auto, like the game, but in first person and in the future. Meanwhile, the anime feels more like let's say, well, Kill la Kill or Gurren Lagann kind of stuff. Ghost Stories was because of the director. He was known for really weird dubs, and for stories they literally gave him free rule over what happened, and that's how we ended with that masterpiece. Interesting. Masterpiece. It's interesting how sometimes doing something so bad makes it so good. It's like, we live in an interesting world. So, yummy. Wait a moment. Okay, let me check the holy shit. We have been talking a lot about Cyberpunk. Let's pass to the animes in general. Woo! I haven't been watching a lot of anime recently, and I kinda wanna watch more. I will have more time now. I enjoy this anime. I really recommend it. I love it so much. And I'm kinda curious what other series can be developed because of this one. Like, for example, normally this is how it works. If there's something really trendy, like, the studios will start doing things not the same but similar to that kind of stuff, because you can if something is working, some kind of trending is working, why won't you do that? For example, when things like Mirai Nikki, when things like Shingeki no Kyojin started working, people started doing different shonens. When Hunter x Hunter started working, people started changing the shonens in general. So I think because there is a successful series in Netflix, like successful anime in Netflix, a lot of studios will try to do something like that. Like they will see like, this Netflix series actually pop off. We need to learn from that. For example, something happened with the Squid Game. A lot of people took inspiration from Squid Game because that was a formula that actually worked really well. I'm kind of curious what we'll see in the future, but actually the future is actually in the next week, because the upcoming anime is actually interesting. This fall season will be so interesting. Let's start with the upcoming anime. Kill la Kill is awesome. I wanna watch Kill la Kill now. I wanna watch a lot of Trigger anime. From Trigger Studio. To be honest, I'm kinda hyped. He was told, and I quote, "Do whatever it takes to sell the product." Yeah. I wish I could stomach Trigger's animation style, but it just rubs me the wrong way constantly. Yeah, I think Trigger is not for everyone. Trigger is so distinct from the rest of animes, so not everyone will like it that much. But Cyberpunk, I would say it has their own way. It's like a combination between like a Trigger anime, but with Western parts. You know, it's like a mix between Asia and Western, and that's what makes it actually pretty good, because the characters don't feel like anime characters, and that's what I like the most. I love how Trigger loves to do like epic takes on the animation, like even ridiculous, but that's part of the charm. There are so many things that are just exaggeration, like they won't even work in the game. Like it won't work because it's so exaggerated. But yeah, that's what makes some scenes so powerful, and they have like their own punch and their own style because of how over the edge they are. I think Cyberpunk bridge pop culture like Squid Game though. 100% Trigger is a great studio, but it's just my own taste that are the problem. Of course, Squid Game was a bigger boom, but I think Netflix having an anime series that popular out of nowhere is actually a big deal. Probably we'll see some other games some other studios be like, hey, Cyberpunk made an anime and they pop off. Like people are playing the game right now because of the anime. Probably I should do the anime from my game too, so people will play it more and will be more interested. I think that's actually a really good approach, because if your game is so big, it will be hard to attract some kind of people. If you're not into RPGs, it will be hard. But someone doesn't play RPGs and watch something so fast-paced like Cyberpunk Edgerunners will actually start thinking, probably I should play the game. And I think that's actually a pretty good approach to actually draw people. To offer something fast-paced so they can be interested. Like imagine Fallout. Imagine a series from Fallout. Holy shit. I would totally watch series from Fallout. Korean games were just picking up in the radar thanks to Parasite, and Squid Game was just a simple but interesting series. Yeah, Squid Game has something. Squid Game was that series that out of nowhere just pop off. Like Like it put a lot of Korean series into the radar. I don't know how. Like there are so many factors in that, so many variables in that kind of stuff. But I think sometimes the pandemic actually, it's one of those variables. The pandemics, like Among Us got really famous because of the pandemics. One of those variables, also because of streamers. Shaft is another studio that has its own vibe, different from all anime. Okay, I'm gonna search for Shaft. Movie series, not games. Yeah, Edgerunners is like a trigger anime, but with a little bit of Western cartoon. Yeah, that's what makes it so unique. True, that is a huge difference. I didn't think about. Elder Scrolls anime would be awesome. Oh, Elder Scrolls anime! Holy shit, that sounds dope. I really like Bethesda games. I actually play in New Vegas. Like I haven't even finished New Vegas because the game is so huge, and I like to do side quests. But I'm in love with the Fallout lore right now. I'm in love with New Vegas. Just imagine a series of Fallout. That would be cool. I don't know which studio could do Fallout like good. You know, it would be interesting. There's actually Shaft, Trigger, Gainax at the time anime, Automatic. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna list on this search for it. I wanna know a little bit more about Shaft. Let's go into the upcoming games. Okay, I have a list here. Oh boy, the first game that appears here is an interesting one. Let me change the image. There you go. Well, maybe some huge corps will try and ride the success of Edgerunners. Yeah, I like that sometimes. Like the success of some series can bring even better stuff. Sometimes it happens. So I'm kind of curious. Okay. What's this? Perhaps I finally see a StarCraft series. Oh, StarCraft. Because Battle.net really needs something to be alive again. I remember that Warcraft made a movie actually, but I think the movie didn't hit that well. The World of Warcraft, right? Or just Warcraft. I wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of old and niche, but not bad. Okay. Let's start. In the list, the first anime that appears is Chainsaw Man. We have the fall season. The fall season will start in some days. Actually, will start in 2 days or almost 1 day. The 1st of October, there are so many anime that will actually start airing. But this one not. This one will start airing on October 11th. Well, let me check. 12th? I think October 12th. Chainsaw Man. What's this thing? The first time I heard about Chainsaw Man, like, I don't know if it happens to you guys right now, but thanks to Twitter, I tend to know about some mangas that are popping off on the Shonen Jump and magazine, and I start like watching a lot of tweets about like the famous shonen, and that's when I start thinking this will probably have an anime because it's getting so famous. Chainsaw Man was one of those mangas that a lot of people were like when this manga will start having an anime, and they announced it almost when I discovered about the manga. They announced Chainsaw Man is it will be releasing at some point, and a lot of people were like, oh, I actually read this one, Chainsaw Man is so good, and I was like, Chainsaw Man? The fuck is that? A man with a chainsaw. It's like the first time I hear about One Punch Man, and I read the synopsis, and I was like, the hell is that? A man that destroys everyone with one punch? Why would everyone would watch that? Like, it sounded fun, but I never imagined One Punch Man was gonna be actually that good, you know? But yeah, I heard about Chainsaw Man, about the anime, and then a lot of people were like, Chainsaw Man, blah, blah. So I started reading manga. I'm not a manga reader at all. Oh, well, let me read here. El pibe motosierra. The Sad Can Dance is also from Chainsaw Man. Really? That meme is from Chainsaw Man? Are you kidding me? You must be kidding me, right? That must be a joke, right? It's an interesting fact if you didn't know, or at least it was inspired by it. No joke, Rechi. Holy shit. Okay. I don't read manga. And probably Chainsaw Man and Hunter x Hunter is the reason why I could probably start reading manga right now. Because I started buying a lot of mangas right now. Like crazy. I have so many right now that I need to buy like a bookshelf or something. I haven't read them yet though, because I have been busy. But I can tell you right now that I have almost all the numbers of Chainsaw Man. I have read the first volume, I'm gonna say that. Because the thing is that I cannot read manga in internet. I can. Like, it's not for me. Reading digitally, it's not for me. I discovered that if I have the manga in my hands, it's like that feeling, you know. It's like a book, but with drawing, you know. So I wanted to read Chainsaw Man, and I remember that I watched the #1 manga everywhere so many times, and because I didn't read manga, I was like, I'm not gonna buy the manga, what the fuck. And now that I want to read Chainsaw Man #1, they disappeared. Everyone bought the #1, and it was like, I cannot get this one, I wanna read it, but I cannot even get the first one. So I started buying from the #5, then #6, but I couldn't get the first 4 mangas because they were sold out everywhere. And I was like, I just want to start reading this. I cannot do it digitally. And recently, like last week probably, they finally released the first volume that I already read digitally. And also they released the second. Like, you can buy them on the internet, of course, but you will pay more. You will pay way more. But here they released the first volumes again, and I bought them. I bought them. Now I can read all Chainsaw Man. I have the first 10 volumes right now. I wanna read it. I really got hooked in the first volume. I'm probably, as I did with Cyberpunk right now, I'm just gonna eat Chainsaw Man mangas. The first volumes reached to me like the last week, so I'm gonna start reading them, and I'm gonna talk more about Chainsaw Man. Actually, when the first episode gets released, I'm probably gonna do a podcast or something. I'm gonna talk about the first episode, and we're gonna compare the manga from the anime. That would be actually interesting, seeing like the differences, you know. Phone reading is my happy medium between real books and computer. Okay. I just can't, like, I cannot use my cell phone, and being in my computer is like, I don't know. It's not the same feel. It's not the same feel for me, at least. I need to be, when I'm reading or watching comics or stuff, I need to be normally in my bed. The only comic that I read digitally like a lot was Tower of God. Probably you could say the first manga that I read, but it's not a manga, it's a manhwa. It's Korean. So yeah, actually I started with Tower of God because there wasn't another way to read it. Frankly, my phone is full of manga. One of them is Records of Ragnarok. Oh, I started watching the anime. Does your phone have a big screen? My phone doesn't have a big screen. My phone is actually a really old phone. Like really, really old. Wait, I need to drink more. Because I only use my phone to send messages. I have all I need in my computer, and I'm on my computer almost all day. Because I like to be in my computer. But my phone is so old because I just use it for messages, and I don't want to upgrade it. I don't want to upgrade it because I don't need to. Because there's no other function that I need from my phone that just sending WhatsApps and calling people. Probably sometimes I'm gonna watch Twitter or Instagram or something. But actually, I'm not using things like Facebook and Instagram that much, and I can look Twitter in my computer. So my cell phone is kinda meh right now, to be honest. I cannot do that much with it, and it's actually broken. I broke the screen of my cell phone the first days that I bought it, and I needed to live with that broken screen all these years. And I reached a point in which I even forgot that my screen was broken, and just now that I mention it, I just remember that it was broken. When you get used to your screen broken, you stop looking your screen broken. It looks like it's new until you remember that it's broken. You know that feeling? Like I haven't even realized it was broken in some months. I got used to it. My phone is newish for iPhone. Oh, I kind of want an iPhone because of the face tracking for Vtuber. Only because of that. But in general, I don't need another cell phone. But I'm gonna need a new pair of eyes from all the reading the phone I do. Holy shit. Yeah, I actually bought a monitor with eye care. That's why I can be in my computer so much time. But I'm not sure about cell phones, like taking care of your eyes, to be honest. So don't stay watching your phone that much time, please. Yeah, I use it for VTube Studio. Yeah, I will consider it. I know the face tracking for iPhone is really good, but only buying an iPhone because of that, it's just like, I don't think it's necessary. But anyways, Chainsaw Man, really good. The person who made the manga has another previous manga. Let me search for the name of this guy. Chainsaw Man author Tatsuki Fujimoto. He made another manga before called Fire Punch. I kind of wanna check it out. But right now I want to cut the manga, because on my Twitter, when you like one fucking post about something, you will start receiving a lot of things related to that. If I like a fan art from Chainsaw Man, and I really like to like tweets, fan arts, I'm liking fan arts all the time in Twitter. If I just like one Chainsaw Man fan art tweet, I'm gonna start getting so many fan arts of Chainsaw Man, and I'm gonna start liking them, and it's like a snowball. And that's when I start getting spoiled. And I'm like, fucking hell, I need to start getting caught up in so many stuff, because if not, I'm gonna get spoiled for everything. The same with One Piece. I'm getting spoiled in One Piece. I need to cut the manga. I need to be up to date in the manga. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna eat. Or I'm gonna eat like Chainsaw Man mangas these days, so we can talk about the episodes as they get released. He has a couple of one shots that are also big deal. Goodbye if one of those for you good. Yeah, Fujimoto is actually is the new star right now, and a lot of like we said before, a lot of animes, well, mangas will start trying to be or to apply a little bit of Chainsaw Man, because this is the reality, guys. This is how life works. If you do what you want to do, 100% what you want to do, normally you won't succeed. Wait, my hand is disappearing. What the hell? You normally want to succeed in stuff like mangas, or I don't know, and some other stuff like YouTube. If you want to succeed in YouTube, at least in some percentage, you need to add things that you can learn from other YouTubers, like how to make some thumbnails, how to make titles, how to, just kind of know, you kind of need to adapt. If you keep doing content that look like content, like YouTube videos from 2011, for example, people won't watch it. There are metas right now in YouTube, and you can implement them in some kind of, in some kind of percentage to your work. But you need to. The same applies to Shonen Jump. I have been watching some videos about rejected mangas, and why they not rejected, canceled mangas, and why they were canceled. And oh boy, Shonen Jump is like a hell. Shonen Jump is hell in general. There are so many stuff with so much potential that get cancelled, and it's so sad. Imagine getting hired by Shonen Jump because they like your manga, and you have like this is your Magnus Opus. This is your like the series that you've been thinking about for many years, and finally you're gonna put it in the Shonen Jump, and you have like this crazy story, even bigger than One Piece, and holy shit, so many stuff, and it will develop so good, and the first episode will have something to do with episode 60, and blah. It's just so complex and so stuff. And then after 10 chapters, Shonen Jump is like, fuck you, we're gonna cancel you, and you need to end your fucking manga in 2 episodes, in the next 2 episodes. Just imagine how hard is that? How hard is that they canceled you? They canceled you. They canceled your biggest work that you have been planning for so many years, and now you need to give it a rush ending. And there are manga that had things like that, and actually other posted after that they had many plans for this and that. But unfortunately, they needed to finish it in like 2-3 chapters, and they needed to create some kind of ending from nowhere, and it's like, holy shit, that's so sad. Like, in Shonen Jump, it's not just your concept being adapted to that time. Like if you wanna send your stuff, you need to be something at the caliber of Chainsaw Man, for example, right now. That it's that different to Jujutsu, that it's also different to My Hero Academia. There is a concept that by itself is different to them, but it applies concepts that work from the other shonen too. So you need to actually know the most recent stuff, apply the things that work, and still do it different and better. Well, a good example of that is the guy who made Made in Abyss. He really had it bad. Really? I kind of want to know. I haven't watched Made in Abyss though. The manga industry in general is pretty fucked up. It's so fucked up in some aspects. Yeah, it's so fucked up. Not only manga, we can also see how rushed and unpaid some animators are in some corps. Yeah, it's just insane. It's just hell. I really appreciate all these works, but I cannot imagine the hell of just working in one of these mangas. I expect at some point, like right now, normally the animes that get more famous, trending, are Shonen Jump, because Shonen Jump. I expect at some point more indie webcomics and stuff like that, or online comics, being more indie gets like more popular. For example, it happened with One Punch Man. One Punch Man is an indie webcomic or an indie comic that it worked, and it's such awesome. But it's just one case from many, from thousands and thousands. It will always be business. Yeah. This is all business. They want you to give a freaking good idea that they know it will work. But you need to have a story. Like you can have the best concept, but you need a story that hook your audience chapter by chapter. And we're not talking about anime. Anime, you have 23 minutes to show a lot of stuff each episode. You can show so much stuff. Like we saw in probably that's why Cyberpunk feels so different, because it's not based on the manga. Technically, this is how it works. Normally, as studios animate 2-3 chapters of a manga into an episode. That's why sometimes the pacing is weird, because not always they will, like, all the panels will fill all the time from the episode, so they need to cut stuff or they need to add stuff. Sometimes it feels weird, but when you just do the anime, not adapting from a manga, just an anime, you can control the pacing way more, because you can structure the entire episode perfectly as you want. But when you're adapting from a manga to an anime, they make mangas so each chapter gets interesting enough for people to watch it. But an anime is made from 2 or 3 chapters. So that's when it gets weird. Well, let me read here. Hello, it is I, the Scottish Med Addicted Crusader. Well, hello, welcome to the stream, Get World. Welcome. Nice to see new people. It's all what it happens in everything from manga up to acting. Yeah. So the pacing in animes sometimes is weird, unless you have some kind of sick director, no? So the thing is, just imagine, okay, you're not doing an anime, you're doing a manga, and each chapter needs to be interesting enough to hook the audience. I'm not sure how many chapters you need to be like that, like how many chapters need to fail so Shonen Jump will be like, nope, you're getting cancelled. You know what I mean? So probably your concept is so good, probably your art is freaking amazing, but probably you have an arc that wasn't that great. So if you were like, yeah, this will go in the long run, this is like slow, but it will pop off like later, and I don't know. Well, let me tell you that there are so many chapters that your people will be waiting for it. And in those 20 pages, you need to do something really great. You need to do something really interesting. Chainsaw Man, in one chapter, they made a good introduction of the protagonist, of Denji, like a really conclusive chapter that it really hooks you into keep watching it. But we know the episode will not animate only that. The episode will animate probably 2 or 3 chapters. I'm kind of curious. I want to do the comparison. So the first episode of an anime and the first chapter of a manga, they were really different. They were totally really different. Because in the manga, we need a one conclusive chapter. We need to do a good story, a conclusive story in just one chapter. But in the episode, they will animate that chapter and more. So the manga creators are really limited in pages, and they need to keep entertaining. In Fire Punch, the previous manga from Fujimoto, he had an assistant. Let me search for the name. He had an assistant called Yuji Kaku, or Kaku Yuji, who assisted this person in Fire Punch. This guy is making now a manga in the Shonen Jump. He learned from Fujimoto, and now we have another shonen that is more like Chainsaw and less like the other shonen, you know? Well, actually, I'm not sure. It's like really pretty early on to talk about it. But let's say that Hell Paradise can be this next series that will shape the shonen from the future. Like if we have Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man really succeeds in anime, and then I think they already announced Hell Paradise in anime. I'm not sure, or they will at some point. Like the shonen, the mainstream shonen will start like shaping a lot. And actually, this trending changed with Shingeki no Kyojin, because Shingeki no Kyojin or Attack on Titan, as a big surprise, is a shonen. It's not a seinen. But it started the trending on doing this shonens more like story focused, on this gory and cruel scenery and stuff like that. And now you can see it. Now we have Chainsaw Man, and we will have some other stuff related to that. So there will be a point in which shonen needs to be like more gruesome, more like seinen like, to be like more accepted and to be more famous. Because if not, you're not reaching that standard. And we can see it with shonen like Jujutsu Kaisen and Boku no Hero. They are getting pretty dark right now, so they need to adapt. Even the series that are long run, they need to adapt their new arcs to this kind of stuff, so people keep reading the manga and they don't get cancelled. It's a constant fight. So Hell Paradise, I'm also reading it. Pretty good. Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna read it more. And let's compare the first chapters with the first episode. when it gets released in like 13 days probably. Actually, gruesome imagery almost always is more associated with shonen than seinen. I was gonna say that. Yeah, what I mean with seinen, it's not the gruesome part. It's more like how can I explain it? When you normally, what's the structure of a shonen? Normally you have your little kid who wants to be the king of, I don't know. Let's try to do a generic anime right now, a generic shonen. I have this little guy who wants to be the king of to be the king of boxing. He wants to box, you know? He wants to be the boxing king. Then this little guy knows his rival. And then he has like a sensei, a really quirky sensei that is broken. And then they know like a fishy dark organization with 8 members. Each one has a number because they have rankings. So you have the like they are ranked depending on their power. So our hero at some point needs to go to this organization and start destroying them one by one. And the rival will also be part of the team. And then this and that. You know, the structure of a shonen is normally really similar. A guy who records into OP Ninja Master Pirate Lane. A king of the Shinigami Ninja Pirates. Yeah, that's the thing. Shonen tends to have the same structure. Or kinda similar. But when your anime is not that focused on the power system or in the fight part, it looks more like a seinen because you're focusing more on the story and the characters. Oh wait, you actually has plot and good story and characters. Must be a seinen. I don't think that's a shonen. Well, the incredible part is that these classifications, shonen and seinen, actually work more like a demographic thing, more than a genre. Seinen and shonen is not a delimitation of a genre. It's more like the audience is the age of your audience is aimed to. Shonen is aimed to young people like 16 years old, 18 years old. So you can have like you can actually have like even more gruesome anime than seinen here, and you can have seinen that are like idol like for example, let's check some seinen. I'm gonna show you a seinen that it's actually really famous right now. It's a seinen. It's so gory. It's of course so crude. It's like, you know, that kind of seinens, you know. It's like the more adult, gory stuff. It's totally seinen. Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama is a seinen. Kaguya-sama is a seinen, and Shingeki is a shonen, because seinen and shonen, they aren't genres. They are just the limitations. They are demographics. Like seinen can have like silly stuff and comedic stuff, and actually pretty wholesome and serious. And shonen can have like gruesome and cruel series, like Shingeki. Like that doesn't define like having something more mature adult doesn't define that it's seinen, and having something more childish and some, you know, it doesn't define it like shonen. Yup, yeah. I am an isekai connoisseur. Really? Reincarnation is getting weird nowadays. It will not be long until someone reincarnates into an OP capybara. We already have a vending machine for pizza. I think I watched a movie about a person becoming a chair. Is that true? I think I watched a trailer about a person becoming a chair. I'm not sure about that. But yeah. Technically, our understanding of seinen and shonen normally is wrong. Let's say that so there is no structure. There is no a structure of how a shonen should be, and people is actually understanding that, and that's why we have things like Shingeki and Chainsaw Man, because a shonen can have a totally different structure. It's not just about the power system, and you need to relate to the protagonist to achieve your dreams. No, you can actually do so much stuff in shonen. You have a wide range, and I think in the future, Shonen Jump will start actually accepting more different stuff that go out of the way. Like for example, a Doctor Stone. Doctor Stone is a shonen that progresses so different to normal shonen. That kind of stuff is actually interesting. Speaking of reincarnated as weird things, reincarnated as a sword is a highlight of this season. I'm more hyped for it than most things in this season. Whoa. I was actually gonna say that this sword isekai is hype now. Whoa. I'm up to date on the light novels. I love the series a lot, and it looks like the studio is gonna do a good job of that. Oh, I'm gonna check it out then. But yeah, technically, we need to wait a little bit more for Chainsaw Man. I'm really excited. Mappa, it's Mappa, right? Mappa is doing Chainsaw Man. If I'm not wrong, let me check. Yeah, it's Mappa. Mappa is throwing all the money into Chainsaw Man. Where is Chainsaw Man? This is not Chainsaw Man, sorry, Kaguya. I'm also starting to watch Kaguya. Too. Pretty good. Okay. They throw in all the money out of the roof, so this will probably pop off. The first episode is where I thought it would stumble, and it really did. Oh, we can't forget about Iruma Summer. Okay. Chainsaw Man. Let's wait. Next shonen I want to talk about. There are some that I want to talk about, but I haven't watched in the first season, so I can't. I don't know. It's I'm gonna show them. Because people can be interesting, and I'm gonna promise. Not gonna promise, but probably I'm gonna watch them at some point. This is the next. This is the next one. This is releasing actually before Chainsaw Man. This is releasing October 6th. Let me change this. I need to download this. Okay. The next one is one that is getting really famous. Mob Psycho. I like One Punch Man a lot. I should watch Mob Psycho. I actually watched the first episode and it didn't hook with me. But people say Mob Psycho is insane, and they're releasing the third season, I suppose. So probably I need to catch up the anime, and Studio Bones is doing it, and Bones do a really good job. So I'm gonna start watching Mob Psycho too. But for the people interested, we have Mob Psycho season 3. Season 3, right? There's a manga I am following and it's fun. Okay. I'm gonna take notes. The next one that I cannot talk that much about because I haven't watched it, but I wanna watch it. Is releasing. Okay. Oh, this one is releasing in one day actually. I'm gonna show you real quick. The next Anime. The next anime. Shit. Spy X Family. People say this one is pretty darn good. I want to watch it now. I mean, I want to watch it before the first season was released, but I said that I stopped watching anime because VTubers. Watching the streams took all my time to watch anime. Sorry, but now I'm gonna watch more anime. I promise. Spy X Family season 2, I think, releasing tomorrow, probably. This one really pop off. Like, normally comedic anime don't get that famous, but these last seasons I have been watching the. There is normally like 1 or 2 comedic anime that gets really famous, so they are getting more mainstream, and that's pretty cool too. I really like having more variety than just shonen in all the news and stuff. So Spy X Family. How about the ASMR anime? That is also in the isekai world. Really? Is there an ASMR isekai thingy? Interesting. Next in the list. Oh, okay. This one released tomorrow too. Okay, let me put this. Let me add the image to this one. That will also release tomorrow, and it's one that I actually watch. But I haven't watched the last episodes of the last season. I need to watch the second half of the last season. But My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero season 6 probably. Wait, let me check. Season 6. I like that shonens are getting animated by seasons right now, because they get better pacing and animation in general than long run animes. I like that new approach that studios are doing. But yeah, Boku no Hero. This shonen really pop off. It got famous. It's one of the famous ones. But right now, it needs to compete with things like Chainsaw Man, with Jujutsu Kaisen. It needs to compete with Black Clover. I don't remember which other shonen is like some of the new shonens. But yeah, Boku no Hero is still there. People saying that manga is getting pretty dark. And it's still I think it's still a solid anime. It has their problems, but if you like to watch, like, all the shonen have problems, that's the thing. But if you like to watch something more fast-paced, normally things like Jujutsu, like Boku no Hero or stuff like that, some of these new the modern shonen have like fast pacing compared to the old ones. So yeah, if you haven't watched Boku no Hero, you need to watch 5 seasons before this, but it's not too long if we compare it to One Piece. And My Hero Academia on the final stretch now. I'm not sure how long Horikoshi is planning to do this thing, but I have heard something like that it's reaching its last parts. But who knows? We hear the same thing with Naruto, and we have now Boruto, and probably in the future we will have, I'm not sure, Shoruto or maybe Saruto or something like that. Next one. Oh, this one? Okay. I only watched the first arcs of this one, but I'm just gonna show it for the people interested here. How can I? Okay, I need to find a good poster for this one. Probably this will work. Okay, another famous shonen that is returning actually. A lot of people are high for this one. Bleach. Bleach has one of the best first arcs in shonen in general. After that, people say that Bleach it starts going a little bit down, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't watched that much, but the first second arc of Bleach is actually pretty good. I only can say that. Kishimoto took on writing for Boruto. Oh, I thought the reason being Kishimoto took on writing for Boruto, which I kinda think means he will end on it. These are so problematic, but the animation is looking so good. Oh, Bleach, one of the big series. Yeah. Wasn't Bleach one of the big three before? I think the big three were One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I think, right? So Bleach is still there. Bleach is this series. It's like not like okay. Citing the author, he only wanted to make a manga with cool fights. And you know that I respect that. If you just wanna do a setting that is just an excuse to do cool fights, I got it. That's their that's his their concept. Like first do the cool fights and then the story. But it actually has one of the best first arcs in the shonen. But probably after that he will just he could expand on that. Like the lore of Bleach is actually really big, and I like the power system there. That is the swords and the bankais. Bankai, it's actually really iconic, to be honest. Then we had Hunter x Hunter. The thing with Hunter x Hunter, like Hunter x Hunter was never in the big three, because Hunter x Hunter wasn't that famous until the new anime pop off. And that's actually pretty cool, because Hunter x Hunter feels like breaking a lot of modern shonen concepts. But it's interesting because Hunter x Hunter is actually really old. So it's interesting. Hunter x Hunter is so pretty good. It's one of my favorite animes and shonens in general too. And I'm actually reading the last chapters of Hunter x Hunter. Actually, I bought them. And Togashi will release more volumes in the next months, I don't know, and I will read them. I really love Hunter x Hunter. In my opinion, Bleach at its peak was better than OP and Naruto, but it has such a lower low than the other two. Big three: Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Yeah. Right now, the big three is Boku no Hero, Black Clover, and Jujutsu Kaisen, right? I mean, if we're not counting One Piece, because One Piece is just the god. But let's say that's the big new three, I think. But probably that will change in like some months. Hunter x Hunter is reaching Berserk levels of chapter release. Yeah, they haven't released a chapter in a long time, but I'm so hyped about the new chapters. Okay, but poor Horikoshi's putting a lot of, not Horikoshi, Togashi. Togashi's putting a lot of work into these new chapters. He seems like he has a problem because well, as you may see, Mangakas works a lot. Like hell, such hellish hours. They work like almost all the day in mangas, almost all days. They cannot just take a break. So mangakas, they tend to get sick because of that, and that's actually pretty sad, to be honest. I already read that. So the next one, I heard about that one, and I'm pretty into this. I'm hooked into this. I normally don't watch Espocons, like that is like anime with sports, but this one has an interesting concept. Let me search for a good, probably this one, for a good image here. Buraka or something like that. Blue Lock. I read this one and I got hooked. It technically is about soccer players, but I think it's okay. In short words, I think it's a battle royale of soccer players. What about that? Isn't interesting enough? Like technically, there is like a big team in Japan because everything is in Japan. And they are like recruiting someone for a position in their team. But to do that, there are a lot of candidates. And this is like a stupidly good team. It's like the pick of the pick. Probably I don't know how to say this position in English. Like el delantero in English. Like when you're playing soccer, the person who is like in front, trying to score goals. I think that's the position that they're looking for. So there are a lot of candidates, and they technically search for the same position. So they need to do like some kind of training, and I think they will get eliminated or something like that. So yeah, it's technically some kind of soccer battle royale that is actually pretty good. Like normally I'm not into sports anime, but this sounds good and I like battle royale, so let's go. I wanna watch this one. It will get released someday. Let me check. October 9. Pretty interesting. So is this like God of High School but for soccer? Probably. I haven't watched that much of God of High School, but no, I'm not sure. Is God of High School about Royale or something like that? But I know what it is because I know Tower of God, but I haven't read the manga. Let me check which other anime is airing this season because I don't know. I don't know the other anime, to be honest. Sorry, I'm just not a cult person here. I'm not a person of culture. I don't know most of this. The Human Crazy University. I don't know what's that. Conan. Oh, is this the? Oh, this is the ASMR one. Okay, let's talk about this one. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce this one, but I have heard about it before. Aru. Oh shit! The names of the isekais are a big deal to pronounce. Okay, let me search for an image here. Oh no, this is like an RM not shonen, RM anime. Let me search for a decent poster. Oh, I don't see a decent poster for this one. Probably this one. Let's put this one. And I need to learn how to pronounce this. Wait, where's the image? I don't see it. What? What happened? I cannot add this one. JPEG. Wait, what? Let me add it. No. It's not appearing here. What the fuck? Okay, let me search for another image. Sorry about that. Probably this one. Let's use this one. Oh no, this is a web format. Okay, let's use this one then. Okay. Ta-da! Low resolution, but who cares? Hi, welcome to stream, Contra. Welcome, nice to see you here. I would not call it an RM show. I don't know. I see a lot of girls here. Probably this, probably not. This one is called Aruasa Dummy Head Mike ni Nateita Oreku no Jinsei. How am I supposed to recommend someone an anime with this name? I cannot even remember the first letters. There should be like some kind of abbreviation for this one. Hi, Yukari, welcome to the stream too. Welcome. So this one is about an isekai about an ASMR dummy head. Like what the hell? Let me read it. Let me read the shit. After reincarnating into a dummy head microphone, the protagonist gets involved in the lives of high school girls who do ASMR. The comedic anime will follow these high schoolers as they aim for the ASMR quotient. Huh. Huh. Is there a trailer for this one? I'm kinda curious. Wait, there are many types of ASMR. Will there be Jabai stuff in this one? Is that the my mic something? Yeah, it is, but it's an anime, it's an isekai. Amazing concept. Don't make anime. Yeah, would watch 10 out of 10. It's a short anime. It's probably gonna be semi-Jabai. It's gonna be like the Doges anime. What? The Doges anime? I don't know what's that. Bros. Okay, this will be okay. This should be full comedy, probably. Like, this is the thing. Sometimes you just don't need to do something so, like, something with deep existentialism and deep lore and deep characters. Sometimes you just need to do a concept that can shock you just from hearing the fucking title. You know, a concept that is just shocking from the concept itself. That's enough to sell a good product. That's enough to sell a product these days. I think that's probably kind of the intention with Chainsaw Man, or from One Punch Man. Are these kind of animes that are so self-explanatory? And they're so simple in concept, but also like weird. Like, oh man, it's a Chainsaw Man, or it's One Punch Man. You know, kind of concepts with a good naming. You can be famous in anime or in manga. That's actually cool. I'm gonna create I'm gonna do my own manga. That time I reincarnated as a soap. A bad soap? That would be pretty yabai. But we will be a seinen. That it doesn't matter because seinen is just a demographic. But anyway, that's the one where the guy went around asking to see girls' panties or something. I forget. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Good plot, and it has a plot twist. 0 out of 10 would watch again. That time I got recognized as a bottle of tequila in Mexico. Oh, interesting. It also sounds yabai. I'm actually writing an isekai novel. Oh, really? That sounds interesting. Are you gonna publish it at some point? Or are you making it just for fun? I would like to do a manga at some point, but I don't know how to draw. I'm not sure if that would be possible then. I need to learn to draw. Probably if I learn to draw tomorrow, I would be able to do my manga in like 10 years. or 8 years probably. I need to start learning to draw right now. Published, but it's got a lot of work to go. I've got the entire series mapped out mostly, but writing is the hard part. Yeah, I have also a concept for a manga that I have been doing. I have it in my head and I have been doing it for many years actually. Many years. But I haven't written a single piece of it. I have it everything in my head. And yeah, like when you start writing the stuff, it's when you start segmentating the story, and I'm scared of that because having it in my mind is like I can still shape it as much as I want. So it gets a little bit scary to do the writing. It takes a lot of practice to make an idea into an actual project. Yeah, it's about a guy who reincarnates as is given the power of invulnerability. But that ends up being almost totally useless and almost more of a hindrance. Power of invulnerability? Whoa. I can see that. Like being invulnerable, it sounds cool, but it also sounds like hell. I would like to know how it develops. Interesting. Okay, let me check if there is another anime with some kind of silly title here. What about this one? Sidanchi. Okay, I don't know these ones. Oh, sorry, I'm not a culture person. But we will also have starting the next year we will have Shingeki no Kyojin, I think. The last season, last part, now real, 100% real, seriously, no fake. And what else is airing the next year? I don't remember right now. I would like to make a manga where the harem MC ends up with a childhood friend. Holy shit, that sounds. Wait a moment. That sounds like all the harem anime mangas, right? He's invulnerable, but that also means he can strengthen his muscles, so he can ever get physically stronger. Same with magic. Oh, I see that. Oh, that's an interesting concept. They need a W. What do you mean? The childhood friend is always ditch. Really? I don't watch that much romance anime, sorry. But I always thought that they ended up with the childhood friend. Now that's a kind of plot twist. Okay, I get it now. So, there is also a shonen that has an interesting concept. I don't think they have announced the anime yet, and I haven't read the manga. But if anyone wanna recommend it, okay, it's called Unlock. Undead Unlock. A Shonen Jump manga. Let me check for an image here. Okay. The first time I knew about the concept of this one, it sounds fun, and this reminds like the thing about being invulnerable actually reminded me to this one. Shit. Undead Unlock. This one has an interesting concept. He also can get tired of sleep, and he's basically just a normal person in a fantasy world unlocked into being a normal person. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. That sounds interesting. I like this one a bit. It's dumb and silly. Which one? Undead Unlock? Technically, I read the first couple chapters. Okay. Let's check. Synopsis for this one, because I don't know how to explain this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna explain it like really well. Well, I don't. I cannot find a good synopsis. But the thing is that the way the powers here worked, correct me if I'm wrong, is that they kind of restrict something from the reality, I think. So you have undead that it cannot die. Like, not restrict, it like negates something for like the reality, right? Like undead cannot die and unlock cannot have luck or something like that. And their powers are like things like that, and they need to use their weird concept as a power. She has insane bad luck and he's immoral. If anyone touches her, they die, but he doesn't die. Are? That sounds powerful. Are? Oh wait, I see. If anyone touches her, they die, but he doesn't die. Yeah. Sounds interesting, but I haven't heard that much about this one. I'm not sure if they will receive an anime actually. They're both wanted criminals because of those abilities, I think. Oh, okay. This one also looks interesting. I will check it out. I think we cover all the animes from that will start in October that I kinda know about. It's kinda pervy, really? Is it pervy? What year is this? What year is this? The 2000? Pervy comedy doesn't work that well. Probably that's why it's not that famous. If you touch her, you die. So he touches her a lot to activate her power. Oh, I see. I see where you're going. I don't know what to comment about that. Seems like a good point. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not into pervy comedy. Sorry, but I could give it a try at least. If the power system is interesting and the fights are interesting, I could give it a try. How else would she do it? Yeah, that's true. So I think we cover everything and we reached the 2-hour mark. I don't recommend it. Really? Okay. There's way better stuff this season. Yeah, probably I have my list is so long right now. Undead Unlock would be like really low priority. I have so much stuff to read and to watch right now. So yeah, adding more stuff will be like difficult. But thank you for the non-recommendation. This season has like 10 excellent shows minimum. Yeah, this season will be crazy. This season will be crazy. There's so much good stuff that will get released. And I'm all for it, to be honest. There are some others that I didn't mention because I don't know them, but I'm pretty sure that there are even more stuff. But yeah, time to start watching more anime, guys. My big recommendation from this season is Reincarnated as a Sword. Okay, I'm also gonna check it out. And I don't see it in this list, or probably I skipped it. I don't see it. But yeah, that's it for today. We started with wait. Where are my images? Wait. Okay, and that's all for the upcoming animes. I'm just gonna leave Chainsaw Man here because it deserves it. And we're gonna probably discuss the episodes from Chainsaw Man 2. Sword Isekai does look interesting. Okay, I'm gonna check it out later. And that's it. If anyone has other recommendations, you can put it in the comment section on the chat. But Chainsaw Man, I think, is the most known hype one of the season. Yeah, like the announcement really got popular. People are really expecting this one, so let's see. And Mappa put a lot of money into this one. To name a few other interesting looking ones. Okay, thank you. So that's it for today. Let's try to do another podcast in probably the next week or in 2 weeks after the animes start getting aired and after Chainsaw Man gets released, so we can talk about them and also talk about video games. I wanted to also talk about upcoming video games, but that would be a really long topic. There are so many stuff announced that I want to talk about, but probably that would be an entirely podcast in itself. Shinobi no Itoki, Shinmai, Ranking Jutsushi, No Tempo, KEA. Oh, holy shit, those long names. Persona 5 on PC. Oh, Persona 5 on PC. I wanna play it. Yeah, so that's it for today. Those are two different anime. Oh, okay. I can see it now. Tomorrow we will have a Smash stream. I kinda wanna play Smash. If anyone is invited to join, anyone can join. Free to join. It's okay. I'm just gonna be there playing a little bit. Talking a little bit. Yeah, playing for fun. Smash, yeah. Why fuck? What's the problem with Smash? I mean, yeah, Smash. Smash is a problem itself. YouTube, I hate you. Don't worry. I have the thingy that will put your message in revision if you put some kind of bad word, because sometimes people can say messed up stuff and I don't wanna show that in stream. But yeah, it's only for the bad people, not for you, don't worry. I was planning to play tomorrow. Depends when stream is, but I'll try to be okay. Tomorrow, same hour as always. 8 p.m. CDT, 6 p.m. PDT, and whatever. Wanted to ask on your DVD stream, didn't cut time. Oh, did you play DVD, Lobo? Who are you talking? Who are you talking to, Weber? But yeah. Oh, DVD is fun. DVD is actually really fun. He killed as Michael. Ooh, I'm surprised. Ooh, they added new stuff in DVD. I wanna try. Tomorrow Smash, and Sunday we will probably. I'm thinking about doing like a video or a little stream about announcing the things that we will do on October, Spooktober. I have so many plans for Spooktober, so many horror games that I wanna play. I wanna kind of talk about it, but I'm not sure if I can do it in just like a short video, just do kind of stream. Let's see, but yeah, let's plan stuff for Spooktober. Thank you for coming, everyone. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed your night with me talking about anime, about this kind of stuff. This is a new section. Thank you everyone for coming and for staying here and for chatting. I always wanted to do a chatting stream, but I wasn't confident enough that people will actually show up. But there is people here, so I can just keep talking. I could actually talk even with 0 people. I actually talk to myself in my house when I am alone. That's a secret. That's not a secret anymore. Well, but yeah. I'll be able to play the 8th of October, but I wish you well on whatever you have in store for that week. Oh, you're one other voices in the podcast on anime stuff. I have experience with that a bit. Yeah. I wanna invite people. I actually wanna invite people. I just wanted to try right now with me because yeah, it is like the test stream, but I kind of want to invite people for other topics, so I'm gonna let you know, or just let me know what you're like feel confident about. If you feel confident about anime in general or some kind of video games, let me know. If I'm gonna do a topic like that in some other podcast, I can invite you. And that's it for now. I can speak Spanish. Yeah, if I wanna do a Spanish stream, I can invite you too. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good night. I'm gonna try to drink all my. I'm a slow drinker with beer. Like, I really drink slow. But it's so nice to talk with someone while drinking something. I'm having a good time just talking. I have a Spanish VTuber friend as well if you want to know her. Oh, that's actually cool. I would like to know them. I need more Spanish VTubers because I wanna post Spanish memes in my Twitter. And I want Spanish people answering them with another Spanish meme. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you Weber. Thank you Lobo. Who else was in the chat? Contra, Rodrigo, Yukari, Pancho Villa also, Gusty. I hope I'm not Samuel. I think Samuel was there too. Sorry if I'm skipping someone. I'll throw her Twitter at you. Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for Smash. If you want to join, you're free to join. Bye bye. See you. Bye. Good night. Thank you. Good night.